Okay, I wanted to do one other video basically on issues having to do with the riots and things of that nature. Um, I feel like generally it's really shameful. One, I feel like a lot of people don't even know when to be ashamed. Honestly, I feel like a lot of black people who support this don't really realize they're being made fun of and used kind of like as a pawn. The reason I feel that way is because it's like, how does this represent you? You know, when you make it an issue that's pertaining to you, and this is how you are behaving because you don't like how something is going. And even in that case, it's not even that you don't like how things are going in this country because, well, justice is being served to the individual who killed George Floyd, so it's not even that. Then people say, well, it's beyond that. It's because of all the other things that happened to black people, which I don't even understand what they're talking about as a black person. To me, I'm like, you're just making up that you experience, you know, systemic racism, yet we have all this opportunity in our country. It's just weird to me. I mean, like, what do you mean systemic racism? Honestly, to me, I mean, like, most of the racism that I experience, to be really honest, is usually people who are people of color, mainly black people. Like, you hear black people all the time call other black people different types of names that are very, very, very racially insensitive. Um, you see many of the time with discrimination, at least in my experience, most of the discrimination I've experienced was actually from Hispanic people, Asian people. Being in the Southwest, there's a lot more of that than actually from white people. In fact, the times I've experienced racism, it's always been like some random person from a white person. Like lady on the bus who my mother called fat, or some homeless guy mumbling under his breath. Like, I don't see how that has to pertain to the fact that, like, as a kid up in northern Nevada, my mom didn't get a job for almost 2 months, or was it a little over a month? Within that range. Because they didn't hire black people and they rarely hired white people. Yeah. So, from my point of view, it's like, I don't understand. You're talking about all this racism stuff. I've never experienced that really. And honestly, it's like, if there's so much systemic racism, how come Africans come to this country and they do so well? Like, look at Nigerian Americans and Nigerian foreign nationals. When they come to this country, they do so well. They do better than white people. If it was systemic racism, why are they doing so much better than white people who are supposed to be doing better than everyone, yet they aren't doing better than Asians, Indians, any like MENA people, Middle Eastern, North African people, or even people from Africa like Nigerians and stuff. You're just comparing them against Hispanics in some countries and black people in this country. Okay, black people in this country might not do too well because of family situations, I think. It's not really, I don't think, racism. I think it's that some people are damaged, you know. And yes, that could be because of our rough history. That's a different thing, though. It's not really systemic racism when people choose to stay in the mess that they are put in. That's how I feel like black people are. Like, they choose to stay in this mess. And then they want to act up and make themselves look worse by looting, stealing, attacking people, and acting violent, and somehow make it seem like there's racism. Well, if there was racism, now you're giving a reason why people are racist to you. And maybe it excuses it, honestly, by your own behavior, by your own actions that are very inappropriate. I mean, for what? Why are you acting this way? Like, what are you protesting for example? I know people say it's protesting and it's that we're not supposed to call it looting or whatever, but well, your actions kind of show that you're breaking the law rather than just a peaceful protest in many cases. I know there are some peaceful protests, and like I said, in any case, what are you protesting? What are you protesting? When it's already been done, the person has been arrested, they've been charged, all that crap, okay? Like, I don't get it. There's no, like, if we're talking about law enforcement, they're actually less likely to die or have any problem with the police than white people. So I guess white people should be acting up, but they're still not as crazy as you guys are. So, I mean, like, something's not right with that. I just hate it. I just hate it that black people are the main face of this. Like, I hate it as a black person. I feel like I'm gonna be judged and lumped in with these people. And it's like, it's just, that's what I don't like. Because it's like, not all of us are, messed up in the head and just dysfunctional like that. Not all of us are. Some of us actually are people who can see there was a wrong done and see that justice is being carried through, and we can just act like civil human beings and let the law handle what happened. But some people can't, and that just is not even about race. It's just about some people being opportunistic and trying to see when they can act up, and this is one of them. They think that they can get away with it. Their behavior is being condoned, so it's just gonna grow, and it's just gonna grow, and that's mainly why. I mean, like, I understand the liberals. They don't really have a brain, in my opinion. I mean, they do have a brain. Do they have a brain, but they don't have a heart? Maybe it's more of what I'm saying. I'm not sure. Either way, they are missing something. So, I mean, they're using black people, and, I expect them to misbehave like this and to condone this behavior. But at the same time, I mean, like, what I do expect is people who do have a heart and have everything functioning properly, the right side of it, to actually take care of the situation. But no, instead, even though I wasn't even trying to pay attention to this crap because it was so messed up, I still had to bump into it. I still had to bump into it because, I mean, it's just like so problematic and annoying. I hate it. 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 And I don't know. I'm tired of talking about it. I know it's a short video, and yeah, I didn't really want to get into it, but it's just, the whole thing is just upsetting to me. It's just like, I think people could do better even if they come from a hood. I'm sorry. I think you can. I'm gonna be done. Bye.